For all episodes and more information, please visit us at marriedmillions.com.
The way we got that PR, though, was that we were at a trade show, which that I believe 100% in trade shows. Not all of them, but because we've spent money on going to trade shows that were totally not worth it. So you have to be strategic about which trade shows you choose to go to, and don't do too many in the beginning because it's very expensive. But that's how we got the Parents Magazine, because we were at a trade show and they were walking around. You can learn how to do your own PR, which could save a lot of money, and I would do that. I would recommend doing your own PR, trying to research how to write a press release. And although there are some companies that are reasonable out there, and I mean you can go on to
one of them is actually PR Web. It's a very good company. It's very affordable, and you can actually get published in a couple magazine or newspaper as well.
Yeah, and actually we recommended a PR firm for Tara and Luke, and that was, what was the company called?
Was it Boca?
Stacy from, I'm not sure what it is, but I can let you know later, Shani. I've forgotten the name of it, but they did a really good job for her, and we would like to use them, but we just haven't had the budget yet to be able to say it's worth doing. Like we have other priorities right now, so you have to be really careful. It's not something to just, it's a big gamble. Any kind of money spent advertising and for PR services, it's a gamble. That's why I say start out with word of mouth. Go to one trade show to see, and maybe go to the trade show and walk the show first and talk to the people exhibiting.
It's good to know, because you can meet a lot of people, and I'm not very a big fan of trade show, because I think it's a lot of money you lose for nothing. Sometimes it's not for nothing. You always get something back, money-wise, and more likely contact as well. But the good thing about the trade show, you meet people like you, and better or worse, but you meet a lot of contacts. So it's great networking as well, if you're not shy, of course, because you cannot be shy in your business. So if you reach out, people will actually help you.
Yeah, that's the one thing we've learned at trade shows, is that we've gotten to be very good friends with many of the manufacturers exhibiting, and they're all willing to help. And it's like an amazing network where you don't need to hire a consultant, because you can just reach out to your friends that are in the same boat that you are in, and they know that you're going to turn around and help them one day. So, whether it's sharing a sales rep, or the name of a buyer, or some tips on freight forwarders, or warehousing, it's amazing. People are really genuinely out there to help you in the industry that you're in.
Wow, that's a serious answer. So, now to enough, it was a serious answer. However, it was the answer to my next question, which is for somebody, advice for a couple. And actually, you probably have more to add as well, since you have a wealth of knowledge as it is. But specifically for graphic design, is there any advice that you would give, or anything that you suggest that someone do before they decide to become a graphic design company with their spouse?
I would make sure that you're. I don't think, if my husband was competitive as a designer, I don't think I could work with him. So I think it can't always work with two designers together. But I don't know. Maybe that's not true. I just I guess to me, I would say it would be best if it was the wife was a graphic designer, or vice versa, and the other one was a sales and marketing person. That would work great, because you've got one person doing the work and one person to go out and get it. But two designers together, it would be one would need to be taking a little bit of a different role, possibly. And that's not always true. I know couples that are both graphic designers, and it works. And we, of course, are, but we have separate roles. So advice, let's see, I guess the best advice I could offer is never put all your eggs into one basket, which meaning one customer. We had a great customer, which we still do work for, but that customer stopped giving us consistent work. and we had decided at the we had enough work, and we didn't ask people or tell people what we did. And one day that work stopped, and we were panicking because we needed that income. So never always tell people what you do when you're at a party or with family and friends, and constantly selling yourself. And don't be shy about that. People love to hear about what you do, so share it with everybody you know. And
yeah,
ask,
it's a lot
ask
easier
people for help.
It's a lot easier to do it for a graphic designer today. The computer, for example, we spend $15,000 for the first level entry computer on a Macintosh. With not even color and screen, color scanner, color printer. Today you can get Core 4 Macintosh with great color printer and scanners and video camera and everything else, like a great setup for $10,000 or even $8,000. You can get the best you can ever touch, Now, for us, it was more difficult, of course. Today, it's a lot easier. However, there's more competition. For example, in a small town of 30,000 people and the region, just a township, we were number 3 on the Yellow Pages. Today, we're probably at number 30, or we probably have 30 people doing what we do. So we are more specialized in packaging, which is also something you want to do. You want to be specialized.
Definitely. And so my last question is, do you have anything else that you'd like to say, any other advice that you'd like to give couples, just as a married couple being in business together?
Well, try to separate the business and the family life, because as everybody will tell you in our situations, you don't know when to stop, and that's a very tangent line where you have to know where you have to stop talking about business in your private life. Some people are comfortable with that. Sometimes it's okay, but some other time you should not. You have family life, and you have your private time, and you have your business time. And sometimes business time is 90% of the business of the time.
Yeah. I guess try to enjoy the work and each other, and make sure you get plenty of rest and eat well and exercise, because it's a lot of stress. Working together can be stressful, and but if you keep yourself healthy and active and do things together, take walks together and talk about business during a walk, or I don't know. I think for us, when we have to take business trips, it's really good for us. Like if we have to travel to, like we're going to be going to the Ed Expo in, I think it's in Atlanta this year. Those are really good times for us because we're away from home, we're away from our business. We hang out at a trade show for a few days, and I don't have to go home and do laundry after working all day, or we go to a restaurant and have a meal together. So, these kind of times are really important, and then keep you kind of give you a break from the day-to-day working together all the time. Even though we are working at a trade show, but it's fun. It's really fun to be at a trade show and meeting people and relaxing.
Sometimes we go to China together, and that's a long trip in the plane.
Yeah, so we have time to really communicate together and talk about our business and think about ideas. And
the business plan is also something you have to make sure you have, but it's always changing every day.
The business plan, yeah. I can't seem to get my business plan completed because it is always changing.